title of the speech is From Bones to Blazers. From Bones to Blazers, Hyder topic.
Hey Hyder, why are you wearing that blazer? Not hot, man. I hated that question. And if you're the kind of person who grew up with a lot of insecurities about the way he looks, it chills you right down to the bone. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, contest chair, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Hyder. And that is a name so accurate for someone who grew up a little timid boy. Whether it was down in the dirt or behind my mother's skirt, I was always looking for places to hide. And now that I'm all grown up, the question shifts from, Hyder, where are you hiding? To, Oi Hyder, what are you hiding? There's one thing that I've always tried my best to hide was the fact that I'm so incredibly skinny. This is how I went from bones to blazers. Now when I was in primary school, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare if you were a skinny kid in primary school. People think, there's a misconception that usually it's the fat kids who get bullied. Not true. Any fat kids in the house here? You still one, by the way. Okay, if you were a fat kid or a skinny kid, in my primary school, if you were at both ends of the spectrum, definitely you were bullied. But if you are a fat kid, the worst thing that can happen to you is that the bullies just whack the fat kids. But if you are a skinny kid, the bullies would use you as a weapon to whack the fat kid. And that's not all. You were used and abused. There's also about verbal abuse. Now, if you were bullied in my school, you definitely had a nickname. And the funny thing is, it always has something to do with food. So if your name was Hana, for example, your name would be Hana Banana. If your name was Satya, it would be Sate Satya. My best friend, his name was Suhaimi, so his name was Suhaimi Goreng. You know what my name was? My name was Tauge. Tauge Taufik. Yes, horrific, isn't it? So, one thing that I really hate about being skinny is that I always use my skinniness as an excuse not to get girls, right, Ian? It's funny, every single activity that I pushed myself into, whether it was martial arts or drama, it was always about trying to impress girls. So when I first tried to join Silat, I wanted to go from stickman to Superman. Unfortunately, because I was so light, most of the time I was just being tossed around like Lohe on Chinese New Year. And then I switched to drama. Oh, drama, there's a lot of hot girls in drama. But until the day I auditioned for the part of Harry Potter, and I got casted as this broomstick. Not exactly a supporting role, supporting role, but never mind. So at the end of the day, I realized that when I turned 21, you know what, if I was gonna be a skeleton all my life, I would be the best dressed skeleton society has ever seen. So I took notes. I followed Instagram fashion gurus. I bought a pair of shoes, a pair of pants, and of course, I bought my signature blazers. And then, you don't realize that the moment you upgrade your fashion sense, you will make a better first impression. And you tend to be perceived as more competent. And I first discovered this when I made the second best decision of my life. And that was to join Tampines Changkat Toastmasters Club. The best decision of my life is to stay in Tampines Changkat. So when I joined Tampines Changkat, I got a new nickname. People were calling me Junior Michael. Yes, named after the man, the myth, the legend himself, Michael Wee, or Distinguished Toastmaster Michael Wee. But seriously guys, Junior Michael? The only Junior Michael I know is the one in his pants. And then, trust me, I don't resemble that Junior Michael. You can ask Chimili, okay? But since Michael is not here, I don't want to be a dick about it. But anywho, I also improve in a lot of social dynamics. Being skinny is not that bad. For example, there are some advantages to being skinny, especially when you are dating. If you are standing with your date underneath the umbrella, there's always a lot of real estate for your date to walk about. And if you were to tompang your date inside the car, there will always be space for you in the car. You could hang on to the windshield wipers and no one will notice anything. And my personal favorite, if you were to take a romantic selfie with you and your date, you could be in the selfie and be the selfie stick at the same time. So that was amazing. So after I started putting on blazers, I realized that I had a lot of luck in social dynamics. And there was one particular story of when I was at a charity event. You know, when I go to events nowadays, I realize that somehow eventually I find myself chatting with women. And I don't know why. But there was one time in a charity event, I met a very nice, lovely, hot-looking Tai-Tai. And I stared at her from afar. And then she was staring at me from afar. So she started walking up to me. And I was like, oh, she's coming up to me. Oh my god, you have something to move. She came up to me and she was like, oh, boy. Handsome, huh? And I tried to be humble about this. Stop it. I tried to be humble about it, so I say, I have good genes. You know what she said to me? Oh no, I was praising you for your blazer, not your... That's the kind of compliment which hurts you. So it's like saying, oh wow, that's a really nice Gucci handbag. Where did you steal it from? So I grew up kind of hurt from that experience. So at the end of the day, I realized that it's not about what you choose to wear, but what you choose to share. And it's not about who I was behind the blazer, or who I am beyond the blazer, but who I am beneath the blazer. And if you ask me, Hyder, why are you wearing that blazer? You know, hot man. I will say, you know what, I don't care. I'm cool with it, and I make no bones about it. Contest chair.